Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and here we discuss everything about the stock market opening, how the stocks are really trading in the initial trading action, the benchmarks, the broader markets, where are the gains and losses being seen, and what should you be tracking in your investments in the stock markets. All of that coming up in the next 3 to 4 minutes. So do stay tuned onto with me. Now, first of all, let's quickly check the opening levels. Of course, there's a gap up start that we've actually seen for the stock markets today. When we talk about the Nifty and the Sensex, the Nifty, in fact, crossing 17,400 right in the initial trading action. The Sensex had risen by 320 odd points to trade at above 58,265 right now. So, kind of gains that we were seeing across the globe, be it the US markets that shut shop with almost 2% kind of gains on Wall Street, and the Asian markets opening higher. All of that is trickling in the initial trading action in the Indian markets as well. Let's talk about stocks, the stocks that are buzzing right now. Bharti Airtel, Bajaj Finance, Nestle, L&T, HDFC, Asian Paints, Maruti Suzuki, Axis Bank, Ultratech Cement, and IndusInd Bank. All of these are top Sensex winners right in the initial trading action, rising by 1.5% in trade. On the flip side, you do have stocks like Tata Consumer, then Tata Motors, Hero MotoCorp. These were also seeing some kind of move on the stock markets. On the downside, however, Tata Steel, Tech Mahindra, Sun Pharma, NTPC, ONGC, Hindalco, and JSW Steel as the top laggards. So the similar laggards that we saw yesterday from the commodities, metals, oil and gas space are also dragging yet again today, of course, with the crude oil prices being lower. So that's something that is really causing this decline. The broader markets also opened firmly in the green, with the mid cap and the small cap indices gaining about 0.9% in the early trading action as well. Among sectors, you have realty, auto. These are the sectors that are seen gaining in the initial trading action, 1.2% each, followed by Nifty PS banks, and also when you talk about the media stocks as well. All the sectoral indices are trading in the green in the early action, barring the Nifty metals and oil and gas, which are down by 1.5% and 0.6% respectively as well. Now, but apart from all the stocks that I spoke about, let's first focus on some specific stocks as well. Among these individual stocks, Tata Consumer Products was up by 4%. The company on Tuesday announced a reorganization of in its India as well as its overseas business, and also proposed to purchase about 10.15% minority interest in its UK subsidiary as well. Motherson Sumi, however, slipped 5% right after exports said company's 0.67% equity exchange hands on the exchanges. Ruchi Soya, right after continuous jump that we've been seeing amid its FPO, has risen again another 5% in the early trading action yet again. And this is despite the kind of strict moves and announcements coming in on SEBI, asking individuals to withdraw their bids if they want to, amid the speculative messages that were seen circulating on social media. Apart from this, the other buzzing stocks include ONGC, where government has proposed to sell more than 9.4% for 9.4 crore equity shares. That is 0.75% of the total paid up equity, though the offer for sale on March 30th and March 31st. The government has also an option to sell another lot of more than 9.43 crore equity shares via the OFS. So that's an important development to track, because this is definitely going to be important for the government because of its disinvestment targets, although it is likely that the government will be missing its disinvestment target for FY22. So the proceeds for this OFS may actually trickle in the next financial year. Hero MotoCorp is going to be in focus. Of course, the company has been in focus because of the wrong reasons. The two-wheeler maker has been facing the wrath of the tax department, the taxman, and there is some penalty also of 1,000 odd crore rupees. There has been constant raids that are happening across the offices, and therefore the stock had been declining in trade in the last 2 or 3 trading sessions. But today, the company has in fact announced that it is going to raise its ex-showroom prices for two-wheelers from April 5th, and that is keeping in mind the rise in commodity prices, and the price increase will be up to 2,000 rupees, and the exact quantum of increase will be subject to specific models as well. What this could also mean is that this could be a start of the trend that most of the other two-wheeler makers and the car makers may also feel like passing on the prices of the rising commodities now to customers as well. So the customers need to brace up for paying more for vehicles if they want to purchase any. Now, Rail Vikas Nigam is also going to be in focus today. The company has signed a memorandum of understanding with wholly owned subsidiary of JK Cement as well, IDBI Bank is in focus. The bank has granted an in principle approval for disinvestment of the bank stake up to 11.10% in National Securities Depository, that is NSDL as well. Strides Pharma in focus. Some of the management have resigned, and there could be some pressure on the stock because of that, on the sentimental move. Apart from this, of course, Ruchi Soya will be meeting the board of directors of the company and scheduled to meet on March 31st for determining the issue price and the anchor investor price of the follow-on public offer. So that's going to be an important development as well. Lemon Tree Hotels is in focus as the company has signed a license agreement for 132-room hotel project in Rishikesh in Uttarakhand, and the project is expected to be operational by March 2025. Again, some positive development for that one as well. On the broader markets space and the macro update as well, we are seeing 35th day into running of the Russia-Ukraine crisis now, but there are hopes rising of the peace talks progressing, and that is why you can actually see some global sentiments really improving at this point in time. Crude oil prices still subdued at $110, $111 a barrel, but we'll have to keep an eye out on what this could mean if this extends and more sanctions are put against Russia and the oil and gas imports from there as well. So keep an eye out on that development. But for now, the markets are looking pretty good in the initial trading action. Let's see if we also close another day into the green. Thanks a lot for tuning in for now.